What's up, scientists? Sean here to introduce the all-new Cirrus app from Scynce LED. Cirrus is a one-stop shop tool for your Echo Air device. Cirrus acts mainly as a setup wizard to get your lights and Echo Air set up quickly and easily. We will cover this feature more in depth in a later video. Let's go through some of the other features. Select Wi-Fi connection will open up your device's Wi-Fi settings menu to select your Wi-Fi network. Enable Hotspot will allow you to turn on the Echo Air's internal Wi-Fi hotspot and disconnect it from the internet. This is useful, for example, in the event your internet goes down, but you need to control your lights. You can enable the Echo Air's built-in hotspot to connect to and control your lights locally. If you have the hotspot enabled on the Echo, to access it locally, tap Local Wi-Fi Network and it'll bring up a list of Echo Airs whose hotspot is available. Scynce.cloud is the web portal for controlling your Echo Air. It can either be accessed from a web browser on your mobile device or laptop by typing Scynce.cloud or through the Cirrus app by pressing Scynce.cloud. Stay tuned for an in-depth Setup Wizard walkthrough. Thanks for watching. Hey, Sean here. Today I'll be showing you how to use the Echo Air Setup Wizard in Cirrus. Tap Setup Wizard. Make sure you read the instructions. The first step is to get your lights placed into their proper group and zones. Each Echo Air has the ability to control a single group subdivided into zones. If you are setting up a large number of lights, the best workflow will be to hang and power up your first zone of lights. Place them into the correct group, then place them into their respective zone. Move on to the next zone and repeat until all zones are set up. Once we get the air all set up, all of the groundwork will have already been done. The alpha and kale are both in group 1. Let's first select the kale. We'll put this into zone 1. Next, we'll select the alpha. Zone 2. Once your lights are all set up, we will check for firmware updates. Select group 1. These lights are already up to date, so we'll move along to the next step. You can connect your Echo Air to the internet either by Ethernet cable or Wi-Fi. Let's get this connected to the Wi-Fi. Select your Echo Air. Put in your Wi-Fi password. Scynce.cloud will be how you access your Echo Air through the internet. If you haven't created an account yet, hit sign up. Otherwise, log in. Now you can name your device. Select your time zone. Now we will place the Echo Air into the correct group. Group 1, change group, and now it needs to reboot. Once the Echo Air has rebooted, we'll scan for lights in the group. All right. You can click on Scynce.cloud instead of typing it into a web browser, and it'll take you straight to your Echo Air. So we'll select this Echo Air. And now we have our different zones. Thanks for watching, and as always, reach out to support with any questions that you might have. Thanks. Hey guys, I'm here to show you the basic control panel on Scynce.cloud. When you connect to a zone, this is the first set of controls you will see. There is a flower and a veg preset that will allow you to simply set a veg or flower spectrum to always be on. This is especially helpful if you're using an external timer to turn your lights on and off. Simply press the preset you'd like and select your overall intensity. Press the preset button again to turn the light off. Next is flower and veg timer mode. Press the flower or veg timer, select your start time, select your duration, and whether or not you would like a sunrise and sunset. Another exciting new feature is maintenance mode. For sprays, you can set the lights to stay dim for a predetermined amount of time, after which they will return to their previous setting. You can also choose to set the spectrum to white at 100% for IPM inspections. You can end the maintenance mode at any time by pressing End Maintenance. Finally, Advanced mode, which we'll cover in a separate video, will take you to the slider screen for full spectral control. Thanks for watching, and as always, our support team is here to answer any questions you may have.
Today we're going to be going over the Echo Air main homepage a little bit. So what I'm going to do first for you guys is show you what it looks like to scan a new light in your group. You can see I'm in the Scynce headquarters showroom right now, and I just reconnected a Kale back to the Echo group. So what do I need to do in this moment? I'm going to go to settings, and then I'm going to scroll down in settings, and I'm going to find scan lights. So I know I've put this light into group 13, but to pick it up for the Echo, I need to scan for it first. So as we're scanning and it goes through the network discovery, it's going to go ahead and pick up any of the lights in the area on it. And so now you can see that we've got zone 0 with one device. That is the Raging Kale. But if you want to test it, you can hit the lightning bolt right here in the top hand corner, and it's going to flash that light for you. Now I already know that this is the light I want. So I'm going to come in here, confirm that notification. I can, again, identify it. I can filter by any of the ways we standard filter. I can get zone filtering, and then I can even select multiple lights at the same time and assign them to a zone. So I already know that I want to go ahead and assign this one to zone 5. So I'm going to hit 5, confirm.
Hey guys, now that you've seen the basic control panel, let's check out the advanced control panel. Tap Advanced. You are now taken to a screen with sliders for fully controlling your light. You have the flower and veg presets from the previous page. If you tap Custom, you can now spectrum tune freely with the sliders. This is for making manual adjustments to your light. In order to set up a timer with a custom spectrum, you'll have to use the recipe creator, which we'll cover in a later video. You'll see on the bottom left, there's a recipe on and off switch for turning your recipe on and off. On the bottom right, there's a schedule on and off switch for turning your schedule on and off. And to get back to the basic control panel, hit this compass and it'll take you back to basic mode. Thanks for watching, guys.
Hello there, fellow scientists. This is Eric coming at you, and today we're going to be discussing the My Recipe section of the new Echo Air. So let's get logged in. All right, for starters, let's go on ahead and import some recipes from our previously saved ones in our Theostratus app. So to do that, we're going to want to click, before we click on any zone, click on 3 bars. Then you're going to hit this little gear circle box right here. Click on that. Then we're going to scroll down a little bit. And then right here, you'll see Thea app recipes import. Now, a really important thing to know is you have to use the same account credentials that you logged in with the Thea Stratus app as you do in the Echo Air. This way they can import the recipes because it's all cloud-based. So let's click import recipes, shall we? All right, let's log back in our Echo Air. Next thing we want to do is lock onto a zone. I'm going to come down over here, click on recipe. Now that we're at the recipe stage, you'll see these are all the recipes I've already pre-written that are imported and ready to go. So there's a couple other little features here I'd like to discuss. First thing is, if we wanted to add a recipe and we didn't want to write one and we just wanted to get one from the website, you can click add recipe right here. And this creates a gateway, if you will, to all the recipes that we have on our website. Some of my favorite recipes would be the activating recipes. So when you click on activating, you'll see you have cryptochromes here for the morning, phytochromes here for the night, but my absolute favorite, hands down, is going to be the combo recipe. That's the combo with the sunrise and the sunset. So we're going to click Kush 2 because that's the fixture we're working with today. We're going to click download, and then you'll see pre-made recipe uploaded successfully. We're going to click confirm on that. Then we're going to scroll down our list, and you'll notice that the recipe we just downloaded is actually in green font. Now I'm going to click that and show you. Now another thing you'll notice right here in green font up on the top where it says pre-made locked. So that means the only thing you can do when you download one of our pre-made recipes is change the start time. So if you click here and set start time, we can change and hit start. And then let's say we want to change this to 9 o'clock. So we'll change it to 9, hit done. Recipe updates made successfully. So now all your steps are going to change for you accordingly and everything's okay. But let's say we wanted to do a little bit more than that. Change start time. Say I don't really like this 100% master intensity. No big deal. I'm going to show you guys a back door. So when you hit the 3 dots over here on the right side, we're going to click copy recipe. Now, the name that I like to use for this is combo. So that's what we're going to call it. We're going to hit save. Now we can scroll down and you'll see in the combo recipe that it doesn't have that green font anymore. And the nice thing too is, let's say I wanted to adjust my step on my cryptochrome. Say I don't want it for 15 minutes. Let's say I want to change that guy for 20 minutes. Hit done, click apply. And now you'll notice that the adjustment's been made. It's that simple. Now, let's say you wanted to double check your work. You'd click simulate right here and then click start. And what this does is it goes over each individual step, how it's doing it, how it was ramped, and everything going on there so you can double check your work. Really nice feature. We're going to hit stop though because we already know how this story ends. That's over on the top right. Then we're going to hit cancel. All right. Now we're going to hit the top left button where it says all recipes. If you wanted to create a recipe, you would hit create recipe right over here with the red button. That's what that does. Then you also have a new fun little feature here that's scheduled recipes. That's a whole other ball game. I'll go over that some other time. But then you also have your spectrum down here below, schedule, your recipes. This toggle over here on the bottom left where it says recipe off. If you were running this recipe, incredibly important to make sure that's turned on. And that's all your set points. If you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. Have a great day. What up, fellow scientists? This is Eric coming at you. And today we're going to be discussing how to create a recipe on the Echo Air. So to get started, let's click on a zone. Now I'm going to scroll down to the bottom, click on recipe. Now we're going to hit this pink button that says create new recipe. So for this recipe today we're writing, it's going to be veg for the raging kale. Hit save. First thing we're going to do is click on the model. Then we're going to hit R kale. Confirm. Now let's add a step. So we already have initial step highlighted for us in the top right corner. Let's click our start time, enter time. I want to start it at midnight, so we're going to hit done at 00 hours. Then we're going to bring the slider over here to custom, hit confirm, the slider down to 50. Now we're going to click apply. Hit confirm. Next thing we want to do is we want to add another step to turn this fixture off. Now we're going to click over here on enter time. We're going to click 1800 hours. That's a typical 18-hour veg. We're going to hit done, hit custom, confirm. Now we're going to bring the slider down to 0 and click apply. Click confirm. Now you'll see here you have a standard on and off recipe, no sunrise, no sunset. Now if that's all you want, not a problem, but that's not enough for me. So let's build a sunrise and a sunset veg recipe. It'd be a little bit more fun. So let's click add steps, to enter time. Now I want a 30-minute sunrise, so there we go. Click done, hit custom, confirm. I want it at 50%. We're going to change this transition here to ramp, then click apply. Next thing we want to do is we're going to want to add a sunset. So with that being said, we need to change the ramp on the last step. Click that to ramp, hit apply, confirm. Now let's go to the start time here, go to 1730. Hit done. Now we're going to click custom, confirm, bring this intensity down to 50%, leave that transition on instant and click apply. Hit confirm. Now you can see right here, it's a standard 18 hours. You also have that dark period right there. And you'll see on my first point was no ramp because that was your first step. Then it ramped up for 30 minutes. Then you have your next point where it was just that time with no ramp. Then we're going to have it ramped down for 30 minutes. That is how you make a recipe on the Echo Air. If you wanted to activate it, you'd simply click push to activate recipe, and now your recipe is running live. If you have any further questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you, fellow scientists.
Hey, what's going on there, fellow scientists? This is Eric coming at you, and today we're going to be discussing one of my favorite features on the Echo Air, scheduling. So for starters, you're going to want to be connected to a fixture, and as you can see, I'm connected to one of my raging kales. So you scroll down a little bit, and then you'll just click on schedule. You'll see it down in the bottom, and you'll see my schedule is empty. So let's start a schedule, shall we? First things first, you're going to want to hit the plus sign down here in the bottom middle with the green circle on it. Then the name of this schedule, we're going to call it, this phase, we'll call it seedlings. Seedlings. And we're going to put this recipe for roughly about 14 days. Let's change the recipe here. We're going with the Raging Kale seedling recipe I wrote. And we're going to click apply. Now I want to add another phase to it. So now it's going to be early veg. So we're going to switch here, call this early veg. And I would say we're going to call this 5 days on this veg to get them to harden off. Raging Kale early veg. We're going to click apply. So now you'll see this whole duration so far is actually 19 days. We're going to continue there. We're going to go into our regular veg. And then we're just going to go veg. We're going to call this 21 days. Actually, I'm going to call this 17 days. I'm going to come over here, Raging Kale Veg. Now we're going to click apply. Now, if I want to see the overall picture of the story, you'll hit this little circle right here with the eye in it. And as you can see, it'll actually break down for you in a pie graph how many days everything's going down for you. And it'll actually break it down in groups. So you see I got seedlings, Raging Kale seedlings, started Monday, May 23rd, 2022, 2 weeks. Schedule length total is 5 weeks, 1 day. Now, let's say I wasn't happy with that. Let's say I want to adjust that. We're going to hit this back button right here. And let's say I want to extend this veg actually to 21 days. I was wrong. I do want 21 days. So we're going to hit 21, and then we're going to click apply. And you'll notice the schedule's been changed accordingly. And you can see that the veg time, the predominant part is the veg. Those are a couple little features on here. Now let's say we want to enable this. So we're going to come over here, and we're going to turn on the schedule. Recipes on, schedules on. You see both the slider of the recipe toggle on the bottom left turn on right after the schedule on. You'll also see on the bottom right that the recipe is running and it's spinning actually. This is how you write a schedule on the new Echo Air. And thank you so much for watching. Have fun, guys. Cheers.